Hi, I'm Wes Allen with DM Tales, and because I'm not doing a live stream this week, I wanted to do one more video highlighting two cool independent tabletop role-playing games. Let's roll it. Thank you to all my patrons for supporting this channel. You make a lot of things possible, and if you would like to join in, check the description below. So really, there's no criteria for this list this week. These are just two games I wanted to highlight, and they weren't able to fit on the other two lists that I did. So let's take a look. First up is Iron Falcon, which is a no-frills representation or retro clone of original Dungeons & Dragons, although it does include some of the Greyhawk supplement. Thieves are a character class you can use in the game. It has Chris Gonnerman's very typical clean layout, very nice design. It is very well written, has an incredible bestiary, and is a really neat way to pick up the original version of the game in a way that is accessible for folks who would use it nowadays. It doesn't include things like ascending armor class or the single saving throw that games like White Box or Swords and Wizardry does. It really is just a straight up retro clone of original Dungeons and Dragons. The one thing I would say that I would like to have seen more of in Iron Falcon RPG is artwork. There's a lot of text walls in the book. That is not a huge knock, though, because first off, the book can be downloaded for free from ironfalconrpg.com. Just get it as a PDF and you're off and ready to go. And it's also available for really cheap off of Amazon. You can get the softback book, which is the version I think I really recommend for folks, for just over $12. And if you want to get a hardback book, that's going to cost you only $22. It is a full self-contained game, and it's a great way to explore the earliest moments of the world's oldest commercially available role-playing game. Very much worth checking out. Low fantasy gaming, to be quite honest, is why this video exists. I adore this game. It has beautiful, clean artwork, a stellar interior design. It is laid out in a fantastic way. Character creation is really, really easy, and I love how character advancement gives you these things called unique features, which help differentiate the characters as they move forward in level. And it's not just mechanical advancements that they also get new avenues for role play. And there are a list of unique features that you can pick from inside the game, but Pickpocket Press goes out of its way to say, you're not limited to this. Work with your GM, work with your players, and create unique features that will make your characters in this world feel, well, unique. And the mechanics for this game are really cool as well. It's very simple. If you're in combat, you have to roll a d20 and beat the AC. It is an ascending armor class system. If you're doing an ability check, that is, take your current attribute that you have and you have to roll under that attribute in order to succeed at your task. Saving throws are really cool because they're built off something called luck. Every character has a luck score, which starts at 10, and then you add 1/2 your level and round up to get your current luck score. If you're doing certain saves that would require a specific attribute of your character, like dexterity if you're dodging, then you take your luck score and you add your dexterity modifier to it. So if you have a luck score of 11 and you have a dexterity modifier of +2, you have to roll a 13 or under in order to succeed at your saving throw. But what makes luck really cool is that every time you succeed at a luck save, your luck score goes down by 1. So if you have this long-running adventure, if you're stuck in a dungeon for several sessions and you keep succeeding at your luck checks, you have this sense of inevitable and impending doom coming around the corner, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. There is just something about this feature and the way that the luck system works that makes me want to play this game so bad. One of these days, I'm actually going to throw together a one-shot just so I can see it in action. This is a really, really cool game. And it's not just the core mechanics itself, it also includes things like ship-to-ship combat, and probably the easiest mass combat system that I've read across several different systems at this point. Also gives you cool ideas for tavern brawls. But perhaps the best thing that low fantasy gaming adds to the genre is how it handles magical weapons. These are not generic longsword +1, longsword +2. You're not going into a new treasure hoard and saying, well, that sword's got a better modifier, so I'm going to toss this old one that I've been carrying around for 6 months. No, magic items in this game are rare. This is a low magic setting. And so your magic items are going to have a heritage. They're going to have a name. There's going to be a weight to them. And the longer your character uses them, there are systems inside low fantasy gaming that allows the potential of these weapons to be unleashed. So the longer your character uses something, the more powerful that item is going to become. This is something I have no shame in saying that I have lifted to use in my basic fantasy RPG table, and it has been a blast to start intimating to folks that as they are leveling up, that something's happening with your weapon that feels a little odd, and it piques their curiosity, and they're going, oh, what's happening? And now they can't wait to use these cool new abilities they've gotten because they've held onto a sword for 4 or 5 levels at this point. It's a really cool feature, and I love it a lot. And if you want to get low fantasy gaming, you pick it up at DriveThruRPG. Currently, the PDF is just going to cost you $14.96. If you want to get the standard hardback and PDF, which is pretty much the one that I recommend people get, that's going to cost you $49.95. You can get a softcover book and PDF combo of this for a little bit cheaper, but the book is so thick that I would recommend getting the hardback book. It's just going to be easier to read. There's also a premium edition that you can get that's going to give you a slightly better quality paper. If you want to splurge for that as well, this is a book that is worth doing it for. Low Fantasy Gaming. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. So coming up on the channel, Swords and Wizardry is going to be my next review. I hope I can have that up by next week so it can be part of Indie TTRPG month. Then after that, I'm going to be starting my live streams again, skipping lunch. Next week, I hope I'm going to be able to talk about a cool setting for adventuring called the Unlucky Isles. This is something that I've had in the back burner for a while, and I just have not had a chance to read it. I think I'm about a third of the way through, and I think I can get it done before next Thursday. So until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.